company has an obligation to provide the personal protective equipment for you, and they do that. However, the gear doesn't have much value sitting on a shelf. Your responsibility is to not only wear it, but to wear it properly and understand the benefit it's providing so you can take full advantage of it, both for yourself and your coworkers.
In this video, you will learn worker and employee responsibilities, types of PPE, including what you should wear and when, safety tips and best practices. We will cover these types of PPE: head protection, hearing protection, face and eye protection, working clothes, respiratory protective equipment, hand protection, foot protection, fall protection, flotation devices, galley PPE. When it comes to PPE, both workers and employers have responsibilities. While there are exceptions, PPE should be supplied at no cost to the worker. PPE should be appropriate for the risks involved and always fit correctly. It should be regularly checked, maintained, and serviced. Records should be maintained of servicing and any repair required. The manufacturer's instructions should be kept safe and accessible. PPE should be kept clean and disinfected and kept in a safe place after each use. Training sessions or drills should be conducted in which the crew are reminded about the correct usage of PPE.
A hard hat is a very good choice of personal protective equipment. It's replaceable. Your head isn't. One of the keys to wearing this properly is that it fits, it's snug. If it was high wind or you weren't able to get a good fit there are models made with chin straps, which you can put underneath to keep it from falling off your head as well.
Protect yourself from falling objects, bumping your head in tight places, or hair being tangled in machinery. Helmets should be replaced according to the manufacturer's instructions, which is usually every 5 years, and inspected for signs of damage, cracks, or discoloration. To ensure you're fully protected, helmets should not be painted, and no holes should be drilled for ventilation.
If you have any doubt, don't hesitate to ask your supervisor for a replacement. High noise areas that have been identified as part of an audiometric survey will have signs saying hearing protection must be worn when in that space. Engine rooms, pump rooms are very good examples of those sort of workspaces where hearing protection is required. A quick way to check if you are getting good protection from your earmuffs is just to push them into the side of your head with your hands, hold them for a second, and release, and make sure the noise level does not change.
Earmuffs are more sanitary, have lower health risks, and offer better protection than earplugs. However, depending on the noise level of your environment, you may need to wear both earmuffs and earplugs. You should know when to wear ear protection. If you are unable to speak in a normal voice to someone standing an arm's length in front of you, you should be wearing ear protection. The entrance to high noise areas should have signage requiring hearing protection.
Safety goggles. Some activities might require goggles that are more form-fitting, give you splash protection. Depending on other activities you might be doing, such as using an angle grinder or deck maintenance where there's a lot of paint chips flying through the air, you might even need to add a face shield on top of the safety glasses or goggles. It's always a good idea to check your company or your ship's policy as to what level of eye protection is required for certain jobs.
In addition to routine jobs on board, face and eye protection should be worn when attending anchor stations, helicopter operations, or working in the battery charging room. Regular prescription glasses, unless manufactured for a safety standard, will not protect you. Do not cut air holes or the side protections from safety glasses or goggles.
Your clothes should be clean and good condition, shouldn't have oil, grease stains, paint build up on them. They should fit well. There shouldn't be loose edges or sleeves or strings that could get caught in moving machinery.
Boiler suits should ideally be made of cotton. Avoid suits made of synthetic materials that can easily catch fire. Boiler suits that are heavily soiled with paints, solvents, grease, or cargo should be washed, repaired, or replaced.
For a close-fitting respirator, whether it's a full face or a half mask such as this one, it protects you against vapor hazards as well as irritant dusts, and it does that by means of the cartridges. Make sure that you are always wearing the appropriate cartridge for the hazard you are trying to protect yourself against. Consult the manufacturer's charts to make sure the color coding and marking on the cartridge is appropriate for the hazard you're working around.
Selecting the correct type of respirator is vital. For example, dust respirators will protect from dust and aerosol sprays, but not from gases. When there is a shortage of oxygen or danger from exposure to harmful fumes, only use a breathing apparatus. Never use a filtered cartridge.
Always keep in mind with a respirator, it protects you from hazards in the atmosphere. However, it will not supply oxygen. If you are in an atmosphere that does not have enough oxygen, you need to be wearing either a self-contained breathing apparatus or a supplied air breathing apparatus, which brings an adequate supply of breathable oxygen from outside the space.
Respirators provide no protection against oxygen-deficient atmosphere. They should never be used to provide protection in confined spaces, such as tanks, cofferdams, double bottoms, or similar spaces. Only breathing apparatus, self-contained or airline, is capable of giving protection in such circumstances. Always check the manufacturer's instructions for each type of respirator, and always check the expiration date.
When you're working with products or on deck, working with lines, chains, wires, things that could cause injury to your hands, it's important to be aware of the proper hand protection. Choose a pair that fit well and have a good surface. It'll also help you maintain a good grip on the product you're working with.
Use the correct type of gloves for the job you're carrying out. Leather gloves are for handling rough or sharp objects. Rubber is for working on electrical circuits or equipment. Synthetic or PVC is for handling chemicals, solvents, acids, or hazardous substances. Long-sleeve gauntlets are for welding or gas cutting. Cotton or woolen are for working in a cold climate. Heat-resistant oven mittens are for handling hot objects. Ensure your company supplies the proper type of gloves for all the situations you encounter on board. Injuries often result from failure to wear steel-toed boots and wearing the wrong footwear, such as sandals or flip-flops. Do not cut or fold the backsides of your shoes to turn them into slippers. Always wear socks so your feet do not slip. A good pair of boots will reduce slipping hazards and prevent burns and crushing. All personnel working aloft, outboard, below decks, or in any area where there's a risk of falling more than 2 meters should wear a safety harness or belt with shock absorber attached to a lifeline. Avoid working on deck in rough or congested seas. Always wear the appropriate life jacket or buoyancy aid if you're working overside or at risk of being washed overboard.
Things to keep in mind, again, with any flotation device, it only will do its job if it's properly zipped up all the way and worn snug against the body. Things you might add to this, depending on the nature of when and where you're working, you might want to add a whistle to get someone's attention, as well as a light if you end up in the water. This is another type of flotation device, very popular, especially in warmer climates, because while it provides excellent flotation both on the front and the back side, it also has plenty of airspace so you don't overheat.
Check with your company to make sure you're complying with their rules and requirements. Operating a commercial kitchen on a moving vessel exposes you to risks from electrical devices, hot liquids, and flames. These risks can be reduced by wearing the proper PPE. While some types of PPE are not required, proper headwear to catch falling hairs, non-slip shoes with protection against hot liquids, and oven mittens to prevent burns are especially important. Make sure you have the correct PPE for the type of job you're undertaking. If you don't know or are unsure, then ask the master or safety officer. PPE should be regularly checked, maintained, and serviced according to the manufacturer or your company standards. Keep good records. If you see something wrong, then say something. Conduct training exercises or drills that emphasize the correct usage of PPE.